Hello everyone, my name is Isaac James and I'm here to pitch to you guys a little bit about my short film called A Token of Love. My inspiration for writing A Token of Love comes from my fascination with the paranormal world and life after death. I believe that everyone has like their beliefs on life after death, where you will go, whether you're going to hell, heaven, or you stay wandering around the earth. I've had my own personal paranormal experiences as a child, and as I grew older, I began to wonder. So that's what prompted me to create my short film. My log line for A Token of Love is: after losing her husband in a tragic accident due to an intense argument, Samantha Waters finds it hard to let go of someone you love when faced with something lurking in the shadows. Will she offer a token of her love, or will this evil lead her to her demise? So with that being the log line, I would like to make this film like a short thriller, horror film, and jump scare film where around every corner is like something is lurking behind Samantha Waters, and she realizes it and she has to face this thing head on. As we jump into the story, it is about a couple, Samantha and Phil, who have the ideal marriage, but everything turns sour after an argument, which leads Samantha to lose Phil in a tragic accident. Out of anger and pain, a spirit manifests and latches itself onto Samantha. From her first encounter with this spirit, she believes it to be a dream or a figment of her imagination, but the hauntings only get worse over time. This sends Samantha on a search, and what she finds is that this spirit is something evil and wicked and will haunt her and force her to give up a token of her love. If not, she will join that spirit in the shadows that she fears. As we head toward the ending of the story, we are thrown into an epic battle between Samantha and the evil spirit. And the battle will take us through all of the emotions that she feels, such as sorrow and pain after losing her husband and during fighting this evil entity, which will lead us to her ultimate decision on whether she's willing to let go or if she will end up joining that evil entity slash spirit in its darkness. The ideas for the narrative influences that I have gained are how women are strong, and usually when faced with hard tasks, they are able to overcome obstacles in order to complete those tasks. In horror movies, they usually have a final girl who usually faces off with the antagonist or the evil monster and entity. And I believe that the women always usually win, or they escape just out of the final grasp of that antagonist. I believe while going through these movies, women are able to show so much emotion and we get so much out of their characters, and it's very well done from a female's perspective. For my central organizing principle, I chose a quote: "A strong woman looks a challenge dead in the eye and gives it a wink." I would just like to display this message as any challenges that a woman would be able to face and stuff, she won't back down. Like, she will stand her ground and face that challenge head on. My thematic influences for this film would be shadow people, things that lurk in the shadows at night, things that go bump in the dark. Girl versus monster, Casper, your friendly ghost. That's not really your friendly ghost. As we move forward, I would like to discuss with you guys a little bit about the aesthetic ideas that I do have for this production. There will be 3 different locations: a library, cemetery, and a house, utilizing the whole house, the living room, bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen areas for the scenes throughout the short film. Throughout the short film, I would like to utilize the camera for handheld shooting and tripod to create the scenes. I would also like to use film filters to create the dull coloring to illustrate a dark and mournful environment. I also would like to use wide-angle lenses for the living room, cemetery, and library scenes. There will mostly be close-ups on the characters. That way we can get the emotion behind them and the intenseness of their characters' positions. As far as aesthetic ideas from movies, I got my production idea from the movies Malicious, Children Are a Gift from Hell, The Woman in Black, Insidious, the whole series and genre. I think they have like a lot of good jump scares in the movies, and it has like definitely like that real dark, it takes you to a real dark place. I do have some ideas as who I would like to play the lead roles in my film. The casting of characters would be Jane Levy to play as Samantha Waters. She has played in Evil Dead, and I believe she would be a perfect role in bringing out Samantha Waters as far as somebody who is strong. Because in Evil Dead, she played as a possessed. She played as a possessed girl, and she overcame that. She died, came back to life, and fought the final evil demon in the end of that battle. I believe I would choose Mika Kunis as Rebecca Green, which would be Samantha's older sister. She's played in Black Swan, and she's been in a whole bunch of TV shows and films. I believe that she would be perfect for the older sister role of Samantha Waters in this aspect and helping her face this evil spirit head on. I would choose Evan Peters as Phil Waters, which would be Samantha Waters' husband. I believe that he could play this role perfectly because he's played in a couple of films and TV series. He's played in Adult World. He's played in American Horror Story. He's known for American Horror Story because he's played multiple characters in that genre, in that series. For my evil entity in the short film, I would choose Derek Mears. He's played in a good amount of horror films. He's played in Compound Fracture. He's played in Hatchet. He's played as Jason in the Friday the 13th series. And finally, I would choose Tony Todd as the sexton of the cemetery. He's actually played that role kind of before in a good amount of movies. He's played in the movie Hatchet along with Derek Mears. He's played in Final Destination as the sexton. The key assumptions that I do have for this production, hopefully we can get some free crew members who would be able to help work out this film production and help create the whole aspect of this film. I would budget around for $168 per day just in order to feed the crew members. If they're working for free, the least we can do is feed them. There will be a 4-day shooting for the house scenes, cemetery, and the library scenes. There are technically 5 locations in the film: the bedroom, living room, kitchen / dining area, bathroom, library, and the cemetery. There will be 14 crew members. That would include the 5 actors, the producer, director, cinematographer, production designer, special effects makeup artist, special effects coordinator, or team. The biggest challenge that I believe that will be faced during this production is finding somebody who's a really great makeup artist that will create that evil entity look for the for one of the characters, and also securing the library and the cemetery because those are public places. As I said before, the setting would take place in a house, and we'll utilize most of the rooms in the house as far as the bedroom, the kitchen, living room, and bathroom. We'll also use a cemetery and a public library. A little bit about myself and my background. I do have a bachelor's degree in broadcasting and mass communication. I have 4 years of photography experience. I do own camera filters and lenses such as macro and micro to get really close-up shots and very wide shots. I have access to backdrops, black, green, and white. I do own a Canon EOS Rebel T6 DSLR, and I have experience in editing. And this last slide is just to let you guys know what social media networks I am on and how to get in contact with me. I am on Instagram. My Instagram is official_SB photos. I am on LinkedIn. I am on Spark. I am on Facebook. With that being said, I appreciate you guys for your time and letting me explain to you my pitch on my short film. Hopefully you guys do take it into consideration and will use it for your production. And thank you again for your time.